Well, hello, problematic darlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the bad girl of Maryland. Apparently there's been a change, and it's only me. It's only yours truly, but you can live with that, can't you? Listen, I am Hillary Mansfield. Be a lamb and hit that like and subscribe button right there for me. It would mean a lot to me. It would really, really help me out. Be a lamb. Be a problematic darling. For those of you who this is your first time on this channel, I am Hillary Mansfield. Hillary Jane Mansfield. Get it? I am... this is Hill Jane Uninhibited. I am a channel, but I consider myself a show. My dream is to be the first talk show host who happens to be transgendered. And also, this is my very first show that I've ever not used a filter. I don't know. I think it works, don't you? Ooh, I'm looking my age a little bit, aren't I? Listen, so I want to talk today. I was going to discuss some stuff that was going on YouTube, but I'm so sick of hearing about Shane Dawson, Toddy Westbrook, Colleen fucking Ballinger. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. She's a horrible person. James Charles. Who cares? Who cares? He can't do any makeup anyway. I'm sorry. Don't come for me. James Charles does terrible makeup. I do good makeup. Anyway, look at my new ring. Do you like it? Very season appropriate. So this is the bad girl of Maryland. And I just want to talk a little bit about what it's kind of like to be a bad girl in the state of Maryland. I'm not originally from Maryland. I am from North Carolina. I grew up in South Carolina, and I got my start as a trans female in Atlanta, Georgia. And then my mom got sick. I moved back to North Carolina to take care of my beautiful mother. And then I had the opportunity, after my mom passed, to move to a little town called Perry Hall, Maryland, which I fell in love with. And then through Perry Hall, I discovered Baltimore, which sucks. A lot of drugs. For those of you that don't know, I'm not going to say where I'm at or what I'm doing, but I am currently clean and sober. My addiction was amphetamines, and I have several days clean right now, and I am very, very, very happy and very excited. Let me fix this light. I said I was not using a filter. I didn't say I wasn't using a light. But this is just a very interesting state. I love Maryland, but I'm not a fan of Baltimore. But I'm not in Baltimore anymore. But I've gotten the reputation of being a bad girl. And I guess that comes from dating bad boys. My whole life I've been attracted to bad boys, bad men, men who... You can't have a felony. If you want to be with Hillary, you have to have a felony. That's how it goes, right? So and that's been my whole life. My ex-husband was a bad boy. The ex-husband before that was kind of a bad boy. He was just a boring boy. But I wanted to start the show by asking some cisgender females about having children. I don't have children. That is something that I feel like I've missed out on. A lot of the trans girls these days are, before they get the surgery, for those of you that don't know, I've already had my surgery. But a lot of the trans girls these days are freezing their sperm. And we didn't do that in my generation. I come from the Pamela Anderson generation, where we concentrated on other things. I missed out on being a mother, and at this point I always wanted to, maybe adopt my spouse's kids, but he doesn't have any, and I'm not married right now anyway. My marriage was annulled, but I still love him. But I do feel like I missed out on being a mother, and I think I would be a very good mother. I would have the most spoiled child in the world. I would love to have a little boy, just because little boys never leave their moms. A little girl, I would love to have a little girl because it would be great to play dress up. But I can see me and my daughter right now arguing about what she's 3 years old. What's she going to wear to the park? I'd be trying to make her a ballerina, and she'd be wanting to do gymnastics or something. Who knows? But a lot of the guys that I go out with, it tends to be young guys like me, and thuggish guys like me, and the feeling is mutual. I like them too. It's just I'm 47. That's the first time I've ever admitted my true age here on the internet. When you admit your true age, it opens up, like Peter Mon recently. One of my favorite channels is Peter Mon. Peter Mon recently got a lot of ageist comments, and why, I don't know. He's 51, and if y'all come at me and tell me I'm old or whatever, you're going to be this age too. Anyway, but there isn't a really big difference with guys who are like 22 and 23. They've never watched the Golden Girls. They've never heard of the Go-Go's. They're not really familiar with Britney or Madonna. So that's interesting. but the sex is fun. And that's the great thing about dating a guy who's younger than you. But at this point, I'm looking for someone who's a little older. Being a bad girl in Maryland, this is a really... Baltimore aside, I love the state of Maryland. This is a really good state if you're transgender. For those of you who don't know, transsexualism is considered a psychiatric issue. So you can come here and get your meds on your Medicaid. You can get your surgery. You can even get your implants on your Medicaid. Now, they're not going to give you these. They might give you a B or a C cup, but you're not going to get to this level. Boop. But this is a good progressive state if you're transsexual. Believe it or not, the #1 state is Vermont. And isn't that interesting? I find that very interesting. Anyway, that's what it's like being a transgendered bad girl of Maryland. You know, and I don't have a lot of transgendered friends here. Listen, the transsexuals here, they're wearing $5 wigs and makeup from Dollar Tree, and you better call them ma'am, and they've got 12-inch dicks. Well, I'm not cool with that. If you are fucking men in the ass, you're not a transsexual. You're a drag queen. Maybe a transvestite, but you're not a transsexual because you're obviously not trying to be a woman. Do what you want to do behind closed doors, but don't be so open about it. Anyway, this was just my little quick video. The bad girl of Maryland. And it's been great talking to you. I have a new video coming next week, and I will talk to you and see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please click that like and subscribe button. And remember, I live to love you more each day. And one more thing, why the hell are you watching me? Go out and get you some. Boop.